Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 3. It's 90 days financial Gbos. It's your financial reset for the mid-year. I'm happy to be here. How are we doing? I'm trying to get live on my Instagram as well and ensure my speaker is here. My speaker is my very good friend, Olamide. And our topic today is building your financial safety net. We're talking about why 10k per month is better than 0. And it's once again day 3. Is Olamide on set or something? Like, Olamide, are you here? I don't think that I was the one that brought you on stage, but let me just be sure. Hello? Okay. Add to stage. Yay! Olamide. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Sandra, please take yourself away from stage. Awesome. We're good. So today is day 2. No, day 3. Today is day 3. Remind me. I was literally sleeping till 5 minutes ago. I said, okay, let me just take a nap. I'll be fine. So after talking to you, I was telling you that, and don't worry, we'll be good. That's the same way I felt in my mind. I now napped. And the sleep was sweet. The sleep was making sense. Next thing I just said, let me check my research. I saw 5 minutes too. I picked up my phone. Josephine has called me. I say, hey,
Can you imagine?
I started running downstairs. David, set up the lights. Oh yeah, Daniel, carry phone stand. Where's my wig? Go into the car and bring my wig for me. See you, you're living free. So today is day 3 of mid-year financial resets. We call it the 25 days financial Gbos, and our 3rd edition, we're talking about building your financial safety net. We're focusing on why your 10,000 naira per month is better than 0 naira. Just, the idea of starting small, the idea of compound effect, the idea of growth, and the idea of no amount is too small. That's what I want us to talk about. Thinking about it, I'm like, why should I put Olamide? Olamide, you've never been poor. You've always had money. So why should you be talking about this kind of topic? But we'll go there later. Let me tell you why.
Every one of us have never been poor. Everybody has something. Everybody has something.
Totally agree. So I'm live on Instagram because I could connect my StreamYard to my Instagram account. So I have to go live on Instagram on another phone. You'll be hearing the voice of Olamide. But if you want to catch the full dose of what we're doing, go on YouTube. We're streaming at Rep 360 TV. So YouTube is where you will see Olamide's face, you see my face, you see the full dose of what we're doing. I can still connect with you here on Instagram, but the main deal is happening on YouTube. So if you can, head over to YouTube. While you are there, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we get something out of the time we're spending together here. Hello? We're good. Fantastic. Rep 360 TV for full dose on YouTube. I'm trying to type it. But essentially, we're talking about how the power of compound interest, the power of little things done consistently over time. I know you have your stories. I know you've heard stories of others, and really, at the end of the day, the most important lesson comes in form of storytelling, and you know how to do that. But the voice you're hearing on Instagram, the face you're seeing, is my soul sister, my very very good, my paddy. She's Olamide Alawakala. She is, which one will we start with now, Lamide? No, because just 2 days ago, we now added president of ACOS, the Adebayo Alawakala College of Health Science, but she's the author of The Rich Christian. She is the CEO of Umera Farms, Umera Business School, Umera Crunchy Gari, Alafia Village. He's on the board of Doje Bank, Ololagba, on the board of Parrot FM. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe pọ̀ o, Olamide, you are trying, let's just
No,
tell
no, no,
ourselves the
no, no,
truth.
no, 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 no.
But we have not
I
even
don't get
started.
myself involved. I don't get myself involved in the day-to-day activities of all the things you have just mentioned.
Okay,
Only a few.
okay.
Only a
Eh,
few. Only a few. And somebody would think that we are making so much money everywhere like that.
All
Anyway,
right.
the hustle is real.
So, it is, and the power of being able to be a multi-potentialite and expressing ourselves in different areas and not allowing it to, cloud or and we don't run crazy with all the things we have to do. It's just very impressive that God has given us as human beings capacity to do many, many things that even we would think, only work. I can't do all of these things. And we actually can. It's just that we don't, except you believe it is. It is. If you believe it isn't, it isn't. So that's a lesson right there. Honestly, that's a lesson. But we're talking about the power of compound interest, and I'd like you to just jump in in any form you feel comfortable doing.
Okay. So I like to, first and foremost, what you're doing is very great. In fact, I just took my time to look at this about 10 minutes ago. It's 25 days of financial Gbos. That's not easy. And everyone who has the opportunity to listen to this should be indeed grateful to Tokpai for doing this, because it's not easy to sit down for 25 days, 25 evenings. Like, I am tired. You see this face? I just went to quickly put on my lip gloss and I'm tired. So for Tokpai to come here every evening and you're showing me your lip gloss, for Tokpai to come here every evening to just come, and it simply shows that she really cares. And I mean, we all do care, because at some point we just have to share the knowledge that we have very compulsory, because there's no use hoarding knowledge. And I found out that a lot of people do not know most of these things. They just believe that they just need to work hard and earn money, earn money, earn money. And I mean, we were once like that. There was a time in my life when I thought it was just about making money. But as we grew, as we gathered knowledge, we began to learn so many things and unlearn so many things, and realized that it wasn't just about the hustle. It wasn't just about making the money. It was about doing something with that money, because we make so much money, especially in this part of the world. We make so much money and we think about how we're going to spend the money. Somebody gives you, even before you start working, somebody gifts you 500 naira. They came to visit your parents at home. They gifted you 500 naira, 1,000 naira back then. And the next thing you're thinking about is, how am I going to spend it? What am I going to buy? At the time, they were selling jeans for 600 naira. So I would think of, oh, I want to buy a jean. I'll buy a jean, because I used to follow my mom to the market in Akpogbon. And I knew
Our
that I
first
could get a
topic to
jean.
spend.
The first thing is to spend. And I've done it several times. I'll just walk down the road in Akpogbo, Balogo Market, and I'll just buy jean. I can picture myself right now buying the jean of 600 naira, buying 400 naira, buying slippers, spending all of that money. Do you know that from the age of probably even, let's say 18, from the age of 18 to the age of 35, if I sit down and calculate how much I must have spent, I'm sure it will be running into millions and millions of naira. not knowing. So now intentionally I teach my children. I say when you make money, when somebody gifts you money, don't think about spending it all. So if you have
They
that
never, my own
mindset,
never hear. They don't listen. My children, I'll keep telling them they don't listen, but I think we'll keep on saying it over and over again.
yeah, you don't
Mm,
spend it all. See, and then
mm,
when you grow with that mindset and you get into the workplace, you realize that all the money that you make while you're working is not for you to spend. It's not for you to take care
mm.
of all the bukata here and there. Because everybody just say, oh, I have too many problems. I have this problem. You cannot understand. My case is different. Your case is not different. The bigger you become, the more the problems. So there will always be, even $100 get problems.
Yeah. Ha, 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 ha,
Yes,
ha.
everybody. But I'm sure some people
Damn
will
good
say,
tasty day find
I want
money.
that kind of problem. I want that kind of problem. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
you have to build yourself to get to that level to want
So
that kind of
true.
problem. So you're making
Mm.
money. You're making probably 100k. And you believe that taking 5k, let me even go down to 5k because the title says 10k. You believe that taking 5k out of it to save, to invest, sorry, is too
Mm-hmm.
much because you have a lot of problems. What if you were earning 80k? What if you were earning 70k? I mean, I've seen
Mm.
the problem we have. The problem we have is not how to manage the money. It's a mindset problem. That's what some people have. And I'll explain this. You know, for you to build a house, thank God Tokpa is a real estate developer. For you to build a house, you need basically the house is made of what? Concrete.
Mm-hmm.
The house you build in Nigeria is made of concrete. And for you to build it, what do you need? Cement and water.
Yes, so.
You need cement and water. You put cement and you put water, pour water into that cement. You mix it. You have made bricks. You put it in the molds. You have made
Mm-hmm.
blocks. Once you put the cement in the blocks and you arrange it on top of each other on the
Yes.
and build and follow the architectural drawing and build the house, you have set it. You have set the house in place.
Yeah.
And that's how a mindset is. Once you have made up your mind, you have made the cement and water, mix it together, put it in that mold, you have made up your mind that this is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. But to now break that mindset, to break that building, to break that block, you need a bulldozer to break this house. You
Mm.
need hammer. In fact, we are using only hammer. And what's it called? It will take days for you to finish demolishing the house. So for you to demolish the house, you probably need a very big bulldozer. And that's exactly what it takes to break the mindset of some people. Because when a mind is set that, look, I have a lot of problems. I have a lot of family issues I'm dealing with. I have kids that I'm sending to school. I have this, I have that. I can't save any money. When the mind is fixed, it's very
Mm.
difficult to break through it. You have to make up your mind that, look, I have to unlearn some things. I have to
Yeah.
break every mindset that is blocking me from seeing what is ahead of me. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you put 10,000, I want to know if you're listening to me live, I want you to go on Google and look for index fund calculator. I think there's some Nigerians that have, is it Bamboo? I saw one that had it. I used it in a live class once. I think it was Trove or Bamboo. I can't remember. But just do index fund calculator for Nigeria. You will see a free tool online that you can say, okay, if I'm putting 10,000 naira in this in the mutual funds in the money market over the next 5 years, at probably money market as of today is 16%. I think. I think
Yeah.
talk
Money
my
market is
yeah.
16. Yes, it's
It's
16%.
16% today. Okay, so put in 10,000 every month at 16% and compound it over the next 5 years. Look at what it will become.
Mm.
Over the next 10 years, look at what it will become. I love the story of this guy from what's that show? The Shack.
Oh,
Shack.
yeah.
What's his name again? The guy that likes wristwatches. Kevin
Is,
O'Leary.
is it okay?
Kevin
Mr.
O'Leary.
Wonderful.
Kevin, yes, Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary today is a multi-millionaire.
No,
And
Kevin is a
Al
big
is a
boy.
billionaire. Probably a billionaire and probably
Mm-hmm.
on his
Yes,
shaky
definitely
days,
a
probably a
billionaire.
billionaire.
Mm.
Now, this guy, how did he become rich? Because he's from a simple middle class family. He
Mm.
became rich. His mother died, and they called him and told him to come. That his mother left something for him, and he's wondering will his mother leave for him. His mother was just, I think, I can't remember what she was doing, but it was
Mm.
a simple job, either a teacher or something. I can't remember. But
Yeah.
the mother had
Putting
vowed
money
within herself.
aside consistently.
The mother had vowed within herself that poverty in this family will end with me. So
Wow.
therefore, I am going to sow for my child. I'm going to sow. And then she was sowing an amount, I think $200 every month over the
Mm.
next 50 years. And that money compounded into millions of dollars. And
Wow.
yeah, into millions of dollars. And when Kevin saw it, said he was shocked that what? Did my mom leave this for
People
me?
should research
And it
Kevin
was,
O'Leary.
yeah, you can search this, you can look for the story online. And he was able to leverage on that. And that got him to the next level of his life. He was able to build on that. And that is what we are saying here. Look, I know some Nigerians, some not, let me say Nigerians, some human beings can be selfish and say, okay, so this money that I'm saving it up for my children, or am I saving it up for myself? The woman before she died could have cashed her money. She could have cashed her
Mm.
money 10 years before and used it to
Yeah.
travel around the world. But she was content for her. Being successful was just being content with what she had. And she wanted her
Mm-hmm.
son to have it. She didn't care about having it. So in your own case, if you want to cash out your money when you're 60 and spend it on your life, traveling the world, saying, I've worked for this money, I want to enjoy it. But what this woman did was build a legacy with it. I said,
Mm.
no, I want my son to do something great. And she probably raised him in such a way that he would know what to do with that money
Mm-hmm.
after she had gone.
Mm.
So,
A
what
little
are
goes a long
you
way.
exactly? So, what are you doing with the money you're making right now? Are you spending it all? I was talking to my
Mm.
cousin the other day. My cousin's son is 2 years old, and I told him, I said, there's something I didn't know. My first daughter is 22. No, she was 23 yesterday. My second daughter is 17, going to be 18. And I was telling him that if there was something I knew 18 years ago,
Mm.
if I knew that I could be saving money every month towards their education, I would have been doing it 18 years ago. I started late. But you can
But you
imagine
started.
of course I started. I started late, but I started. And it pains me a lot because I did not know back then. I did not know at the age of 25, 26, 20, that I could save money towards their education. We used to see these things
Mm.
in movies. We take it for granted. You're watching
Yes.
movies and they're talking about trust fund, educational trust fund for their kids.
Mm.
They're talking about also trust fund, not just educational trust fund, also trust fund for their
Mm.
kids. But we don't pay
Mm.
attention. It was when I
What
started
what you
learning.
don't know, you don't know.
What you don't know, you
And
don't
even though
know.
you know
So
it, you don't if you don't do it, you don't know it. Ah,
exactly.
what you know and you don't practice, you don't know it until you
Exactly.
practice.
Exactly. Exactly. So now I
Mm.
have an account for every single child. I put a little bit of amount there every month. You don't have to stress yourself. Look, even I don't do a lot,
Automatic.
but you do it. So because there's power in compounding. When we say compounding, it
Mm.
means that if you put 10,000 naira this month, by the time you put 10,000 naira next month, the percentage you're getting is no longer on 10,000 naira, it's now on 20,000 naira. The percentage you
Mm.
got last month has compounded into the next month.
So
And that is
true.
how it will keep compounding every year.
Over and over and
Over and
over.
over and over and over. So, like I said
Mm.
earlier on, go online, just
Mm.
type in Google, just type index fund. I'm not going to do it for you. Just type index fund calculator and then
Mm.
see it. Okay, how much do I want to put in every month for the next 20 years of my life? How much will I make? And if you want
Mm.
to go the extra mile, you can start with, say, okay, let me put in an initial first fund. Let me say, okay, I want to put
Mm. And even
200,000
and,
naira.
and and even if you are 50 years old joining us, if you
Yeah,
are
even
joining us
you
and
can
you are in
still
your
do it.
50s, 20 years from now, you'll be alive in your 70s and you'll be happy that you
Exactly.
did it in your 50s. If you are in your
Exactly.
20s and you are starting, you will be alive in your 40s and wish, and I heard it, like I said, anything that you know and you are not practicing, you actually
Mm,
don't know it. The only thing that you know are the things that you are actually practicing. So let's redefine what we call. I know about savings, I know about putting money aside, I know about compound interest. You don't know compound interest because you are not doing it. You are not
You have
taking
to do it.
advantage of it. So I
You have to
liked
do
where you
it.
started from with your story, Olamide, and it is important that I reiterate it. How many of us start our journey of finances and journey of money is with spending, not with savings. They dash you money, you want to go and buy sweets, you want to buy biscuits, you want to buy clothes, when in actual fact, we should be saving. And so we need to be more consistent and more strategic. Um, if you were doing 10,000 naira every month for the rest of this year, let's say July to December, you will not have 60,000 naira. You will be having 60,000 naira plus the percentages of each interest that you have. And I've had story of when I wanted to take advantage of a big solution. And the big solution, let me just be truthful. My first time ever traveling, I was going to go to the US. And how did I afford my trip? Because my trip was going to cost me money. But immediately I got my job, I was working as the head of makeup and wardrobe in TVC. I was like, okay, now I'm working in a formal environment. I have a steady salary. I am going to start saving. And at the end of 1 year, I don't know where it came from. I said, 1 year from today, I will cash out my 1 year savings. I would apply for visa, buy ticket, and travel for the first time. And I started saving that from the first month of my salary. I was saving half of my salary. Let me tell you, it wasn't all good. If I finish the story, you realize that I wasn't totally wise. I started well, but I didn't finish well. But let me just get there. So I saved this money. I was using mutual funds, mutual assurance fund. So there's this guy called Michael. I'm still with mutual till today. So I'll be saving this my money every month, every month, every month. And when it was 1 year, they told me, yay, 1 year, you can now withdraw 90% of your savings. And then I withdrew 90% of my savings at that point. And then the next thing I did was I went online, applied for US visa, went for my interview. I told them that, and the guy asked me that, what do you want to go and do? I said, I want to go and do a makeup training. I went for the makeup fair. I did a makeup training at the makeup fair. I had registered online for the makeup fair, registered for the makeup training, and told them that I had saved. And, I can never forget my conversation with the interviewer. It was like, oh, so you mean you've been planning this for a year? I said, yes, I actually saved for a year, registered for the, she was in Chicago, the Chicago makeup fair, and that I was going to be there for two weeks or 3 weeks. And I got my visa. I left the embassy, bought my ticket because I had money saved. And I was able to book my accommodation. And that was my first trip. It was, now, the sad part is the entire savings, Olamide, for 1 full year, my first year of formal work, mo blow Google, America. I finished the entire money. My investments, I saved to blow. But I got the experience. I've not been to Chicago since then. That was my first ever trip to the US. I haven't been to Chicago since then. I have my picture with the bean. For my first time, I was wearing bomb shorts. I was doing pictures everywhere. Went to the Chicago Zoo. Mosha no anyhow because I had saved for 1 year. But some people are not able to get some life experiences because they did not save towards it. What I should have done though, with the knowledge I have now, with that bulk savings, I won't blow everything on lifestyle. Because what I did was I spent my entire money that I could invest into lifestyle to, I've traveled, but I should have done investments with some of it. But it was an advantage. Have you had any time when you were able to grab an opportunity? I know you have. I want to share the story where you've been able to grab an opportunity because you had money saved somewhere, and when the opportunity came, you just went to that investment you had done, liquidated it to make to grab the opportunity that you saw.
I did it today.
Yeah.
I did it today. I've not been very liquid, and I needed to make some payments. And I'm like, okay, I've accrued some interest on this investment in this particular. I think with Restream. So I said, you know what? Let me just go and take some of it, and I did the transfer immediately. And in 2 hours, it hit my bank account and I was able to make the payments. I did that today on Wealth Body app. So the Meristem app is called the Wealth Body app. So I did that today. In fact, I was going to do the one I was going to take from GTB. I got to GTB and I realized that, oh my gosh, because I did a medium risk investment with the GT fund. And I realized that my money had dropped. And I'm like, no,
So
no,
if
no,
you
no.
withdrew, there was a loss. I
There was
need
a
you to
loss.
explain that. When you
So,
put your money into investment, if you put it in a high risk investment, the money fluctuates.
exactly.
And if you withdraw when the money is down, you have lost.
Yes.
You've lost money. But if you keep the money there until it gets back up and there's interest, then you can withdraw. It makes sense. That's why you must always have low risk and medium risk and high risk. Don't let the crazy interest of high risk enter your eye and you put all your money.
I don't even do high risk.
I saw in your Olamide is my friend. I saw our investment portfolio. And I noticed what you did, and it was a wise move. I did opposite. Olamide, I put 80% of my investment into high risk, and my investment is seriously down right now. But I'm using the goal to tell myself it will come back up. You'll be all right. If I diversified the way I'm meant to, I won't be assuring myself.
You need to understand who you are emotionally and psychologically. I understand myself. 2006 or 2007? I did a deal with one of my aunties, and we made some money then. And she told me, let's put it in ARM, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. Then I split the money into two. Then money was still had a lot of value in Nigeria. Split the money into two. I bought land and then I used the remaining to buy funds in ARM. And everything I did was aggressive. And I lost the money. And let me tell you something. I was waiting for the money to come back up. Waiting for it. I waited for years. And then in 2014, I just went to close the accounts because it never went back up. It never went back up.
Oh my God.
It was just from 2006, 2014, the money never went back up. So I've learned a lesson never to do high risk investments. So I do medium risk. And I have a threshold and when I put money in medium risk, trust me, it's not up to 10% of what I own that I put in medium risk. I don't. I put bulk of my money in low risk. Low risk simply means that your money will never go down. You will keep making interest on it.
Your percentage is fixed.
Is not high. So as of today, the low risk investment, the money market is 16%. The medium risk can be as high as 40-something percent, 42, 43, 44, but it's not certain. So if you're just starting out, my advice is don't put your money in either medium risk or high risk. Another person would advise you, say, put it in high risk. They're different, but my own advice. I know. Some people will tell you, put in high risk. I know.
Like I do.
And it has paid off. Now, let me tell you something. People that do high risk a lot, some people understand the market. They know when it's going to go high. They know when it's going to go low. So those people that are advising to do high risk, it's better for them to open a WhatsApp group and say, yeah, come. I will let you know when it is going high.
Irona, I felt like the market was doing so well. As I put my money 2 months after, the market went bust. Look at me looking at my money and wondering what's going on.
So it's better for you to preserve your capital.
Preserve your capital, but do it in a way that, I split it. Though I had most of my funds in high risk. What I now did was I did high, medium, low. So I had high, medium, low. So you can choose, you can decide to do like Olamide, which is why it's important to listen to both of us. You can choose to say, my heart cannot take high risk investments where I'll now go and check on my 1 million. My 1 million is now 800,000. Your heart to do bing bing. Like I put in 1 million. I at least keep my capital. Not that my capital will now go down. For high risk investments, your capital can go down. But if it is a medium or low risk investment, your capital will never be affected. So, and I did that. I saw that in the low risk, my interest is even showing. But you see, my high risk investments, my capital has gone down. I'm not gonna lie to you. It pains me. It's still paining me right now. I am praying that I have the chest to handle what I have put myself into. And I'm new to this type of high risk investment. I didn't do any high risk investment this year. So now maybe when I learn my lesson in the next, maybe next 5 years, I'll not try it again. I'll tell you, hey, I've entered low risk. But for now, when you're new to something, experiment with a fund you can afford to lose. That if you lose it, you will survive it. We're still discussing on 25 days financial Gbos. Our topic is on building your financial safety net, and we're talking about why consistency 10k monthly is better than zero. And I'm saying this because there are many people that we're talking to day 1, day 2, this is day 3, and they were like, day 1, the money is not enough, the money is not enough. Even the not enough money is better saved than you thinking that you can manage without putting some money aside. So
like I said
the full
earlier,
dose is
it's
on
mindset.
YouTube. Join us on YouTube.
It's
Yeah.
mindset. They need to shatter
It's
it.
mindset. You need to. I think it's extremely important. Let me ask you about, because I know that we're talking about building a financial safety net, and the concept of building a financial safety net is based off the fact that if I now need money, I have where I can go to. So today you mentioned you had to liquidate a particular investment. Yesterday, I was giving examples of the platforms I use. I don't use Wealth Body, but my friend uses Wealth Body, and she was able to withdraw her money same day. I have another friend that uses Stanbic IBTC investment platform, and she was able to withdraw her money same day. If you are withdrawing money before 12, you can withdraw and get it to hit your account within the same day. I mentioned yesterday I use Cowrywise. I am not a brand ambassador. None of them are paying me money, but I use Cowrywise. I use Invest Niger. I use Rise Vest. I use Cardinal Stones. Now, another person has mentioned using Wealth Body from Meristem, and another person also mentioned using I mentioned Stanbic IBTC. So choose the one you want to use. Understand the fact that investment is a risk, and if you know that your heart cannot handle losing your capital, keep it in extremely low form of investment. Okay? Hope you have been getting some form of value from our conversation. If you have been getting value, say thank you, Mrs. Preneur. Her name is Olamide, but on Instagram, she's Mrs. Preneur, and she's joining us on YouTube. So if you are here, the voice you are hearing is Mrs. Preneur on Instagram. You can follow her because she's always sharing. No, she's not always sharing, but she shares. Once she shares like this, take time and follow it, read it through. It will be loaded. Let's get back into building safety net. I'll tell you about my insurance story. I've shared this story a few times because another a dose of safety net that we don't talk about enough is insurance, health insurance, property insurance. Property insurance is extremely key. 2020, I lost my car in a fire incident and I did not have comprehensive insurance. What that meant was the car went and was gone. There was no option. There was no, insurance company is paying you this percentage for your loss. Nothing happened. And that's because I didn't have insurance. I didn't have comprehensive insurance. And it was a miracle car, the one that I thanked the Lord for. I prayed for it. And fire happened that we didn't expect, but it was something the insurance company would have covered. I was told I would have gotten if I had, because the guy that I usually do mutual assurance with, people are actually commenting, thank you, Olamide, over and over again right here on Instagram. Let me just let you know, Olamide, they are thanking you. Thank you, Olamide. Thank you, Olamide, on Instagram. Let me see if I can find any. Oh, okay, yeah, they are on YouTube as well. Let me put it up on YouTube. So I didn't, and since the fire incident in 2020, I have become an unendorsed brand ambassador of insurance companies. Unendorsed. Nobody has endorsed me. They did not give me money, but I've been screaming, insure what is important to you. Whatever would hurt you if you lose it, please insure it. So in similar ways, I want us to have this conversation around safety nets on insurance. Have you had any story, and have you had good stories? Have you had any story at all on building a safety net and having like an insurance system?
So, I've always been a fan of insurance. In fact, it got to a point when, because I insure my cars, I insure my house every year. And there was a time when I took a break from insuring the house because I'm like, okay, I've been insuring this house for God knows how long, and nothing has ever happened. God will never let anything happen. And my money is just going to these people for no reason. So I decided to stop the house insurance. And I haven't done it in a while, to be honest. I'll be very honest with you. But for the car insurance, very important. Because you know how volatile Nigerian roads are. You can't
Mm,
just take that risk of not insuring your car. You have to do it because it saves you a lot of cost at the end of the day. Um, you can imagine getting into an accident. My brother got into an accident about 4 days ago. He was taking my mom to the hospital and he got into an accident. Somebody ate his car from behind. It wasn't his fault. What if he didn't have insurance? It's a Mercedes Benz. It costs a lot of money to fix. So insurance is
mm.
very key. But I know some people would argue about where's the music from?
I need to mute. I'm coming. I know what I'll do. I'm connecting my earbud.
Oh, okay. No, okay,
Just
I've
a
muted
second.
myself. No, I've muted myself.
No, no, don't mute. Don't mute.
No, you can't they hear me from here? I don't want
Don't
it to
mute
echo into
yourself.
my
Come back. No, no, it will echo. Come back now.
Okay, so is it okay now?
Yes.
I've unmuted myself. All right, so
Mm-hmm.
and it's a message, but you can imagine if the car was not insured. So insurance is key, but at some point, it depends on where you find yourself at the moment. I think starting out with investing is more important than insuring the car right now. Because if you know that you don't have a lot of money, you have to be true to yourself. Where am I right now in my journey of having the kind of wealth that I need? Where am I right now? So that would help you to determine if you are ready to do insurance. So people might not even have a car. So insurance might not be so important to them right now.
Relevant.
You understand? So it might not be relevant. And the most relevant thing is that being consistent with putting money aside to compound. Putting money aside to compound. You find that the reason why I'm going to work till I die, and the reason why I'm going to work till I die is just because I enjoy working and I want to be active, not because I'm looking for money, but because I want to be of value till the day I die. But some people are not like that. Some people are still working
Because
because
they need
they
the
want to,
money.
because they need the money. And you
Mm.
don't want to be in that, you don't want to find yourself in that trap, working at 65 and unhappy. And you're working
Mm.
just because you want to make money. I've seen people who are in civil service who are about to retire and they're not happy that they're about to retire because they're like, what will I do? Where will I make money? What will I do? And then, most of them have agricultural retirement plans. Like agriculture is for people that want to retire. And I make fun of them. I tell them, look, you're not serious. Agriculture is not for people that want to retire. Agriculture is a way of life. Agriculture is business. So you can't just say you want to at 60, at 65, when I retire, I want to get into agriculture. No. It requires a lot of hard work. So there's no work
Mm.
that is simple. No work. If you
Mm.
want to sell, if you want to own a chewing gum, a chewing gum business, and you want to build wealth out of a chewing gum business or a toothpick business, it requires work. It
Mm.
requires thinking. It requires strategy. So you don't want to work for the rest of your life because you need money. You want to work for the rest of your life because you believe that you're
It,
living for
it,
a
it's
purpose.
it's giving you energy. It's giving you
Yeah,
life. You are adding
exactly.
value to the world. Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
I get
So
you.
that is why you
Mm.
should work. So the most important thing, the most relevant thing right now is how much do I want to start saving monthly? How much do I
Mm.
want to start How many of you, please, by show of hands in the comment section, how many of you have gone to Google to check for the index fund calculator to see that if I'm
Yes,
investing?
we'll make that our assignment for the day. Every day when we are about to end, I give
Okay.
assignment. So that will be a good assignment for everyone for the day. Um, I know that it seemed like focusing on investment is more important than so there are two ways we call it. Investment is wealth creation. It's wealth multiplication, not
Wealth
creation.
multiplication.
Creation is your idea going, you have an idea, your idea becomes a business, or you are working, using your time to make money. That's wealth creation. But investment is wealth multiplication. So
Mm-hmm.
that's it. But insurance is wealth preservation.
Wealth preservation. No,
So
you can even do
it, it
wealth multiplication with insurance. So there was a product
is
at
not
one
is
point.
a low level. It's a
Yeah, it's
low
low level.
level. It doesn't
Yeah, it's low
multiply.
level.
It's
Yes.
mainly protecting you. Is an
Mm-hmm.
assurance. It is a preservation, not huge multiplication. So
No.
it is. You have to the insurance. When I say car insurance, if you have a car, please do comprehensive. Just take this from me. No matter how run down the car is, if you don't have the ability to buy another car, please put it on comprehensive insurance.
Mm-hmm.
If your tool of the trade is a camera, this camera is where you are making money. Your Canon,
Insure
your
it.
Sony, please insure it. Insure it. Pay money so that if anything happens to that camera, you can get support in getting another one. Then health insurance. I've suffered with health insurance. I was like, I'm not going to do this. It doesn't make any sense. You pay for 1 year. You're not really, I'm not falling sick. You know, one day, one of my sons just fell, like it was just a small sickness in my mind. The next thing is in the hospital for 3 days. What I spent in hospital bill was the insurance money I was supposed to pay for the family for 1 year, and it would have been covered. Learn from
So
my experience. Don't wait until you enter the same trap. And
so let me
ensure
explain to
now,
you
if I
like my
cough, I can stroll to the hospital and say, please, I'm coughing, my throat is scratching me. But if I don't have insurance, I'll be thinking twice before going to the hospital, because I'm like, alone, might know at this point in time, how much is it going to cost me before I
oh,
go to that hospital? So please,
should I tell you that
ensure,
I'm falling out
let's,
of that trap?
what happened?
Yes. So for the viewers, I don't live in Lagos. I live in Ogbomoso, by the way. And
You like
healthcare
floating
is
that. I don't get it.
very healthcare is so affordable. My God. Hey, how much is do you know how much MRI costs in Lagos?
Yeah, it's
How
really
much does MRI
expensive.
cost? A fraction of the price here. My mom was to see a a dermatologist in Lagos. Consultation last one was 50K. Just consultation was 50K in Lagos.
And the queue will be
So
long.
yes, so you must have health insurance. If you're living in Lagos, if you know where you are living.
Olamide, they cannot hear you. You muted yourself on
Oh,
Instagram.
okay. Okay. So if you know where you are living, you must have insurance, health insurance, because health, in fact, the health insurance is more important than the car insurance. That I mean, if you have a car, insure it. If you have what is helping you aid your business, insure it.
Mm,
But you know
mm,
health insurance. When I was in Lagos, I used to joke with it too.
mm,
I never ever joked with it for my whole family. It will cover
mm.
you, your spouse, and 4 kids. I never joked with it. And I used
Mm.
to do, in fact, I would do platinum. May we not see trouble.
Amen.
May we
We
not see
pray
trouble.
against it, and we use our
Because
money to
the bills these
mm,
people will give you,
yeah.
crazy. But now that I have moved to Ogbomoso, that I live in Ogbomoso now, I don't do health insurance. Because hospital visits, I did x-ray the other day, I twisted my feet. So I had a mid-foot injury. I was on a cast for 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 3 weeks, for three almost 4 weeks. When I went to the hospital, they did X-ray to be sure that I had no fracture. The doctor saw me, the consultant saw me, they casted my feet, everything. Enter 50,000. You can imagine if they had to cast my feet in Lagos. You can imagine if they had to do an X-ray, if an X-ray for me in
Even
Lagos.
my was it last year or 2 years ago that David broke his hand. He broke his hand and he had to cast. This cast we did it at where did we do the cast? We did the cast in Bobi. but the private wing, the money was not small at all that we spent on the cast, and we paid out of pocket. Honestly, you cannot have children and not think of putting health insurance, because at the end of the day, hmm, you don't want to regret it. Because children always do things, and especially as you get older, before don't wait there's a pre-existing condition. Go to the
No,
hospital
don't.
regularly so that you can always get your BP checked, get your sugar
I'm
level
telling
checked,
you.
and prevent major health challenges. It is a wealth preservation strategy.
It
I know
is.
that our topic today is about building safety nets, and a key part of the safety net you must build is for you to ensure that if you have a sickness, it does not turn you from all your savings to zero.
Exactly.
Your people
Exactly.
can you've saved this millions and millions, and you're happy, and we pray we will not have any sickness that will just turn that into zero.
But mom was sick last month.
Hmm.
Got to the hospital. When I was going, they were going to admit her, and they told us to deposit 700,000. They were going to admit her for one night, and they told us to deposit 700,000 there.
Mm.
Imagine, I spent 3 days in the teaching hospital in Ogbomosho here, and I spent 90 something thousand. I did full abdominal
Don't
scan.
be
They gave me
off mic. Don't be saying these things, because really, those
they
of us
gave me
in Lagos,
medication.
the
The
healthcare is
CMD
too
of the hospital was
expensive.
seeing me. The consultants in the hospital came to see me. They were taking care of me, and they taking care of everybody, not just me, because it's a teaching hospital, you know. And I spent 90 something thousand. And the other day, my mom was in the hospital. I had to deposit on 700,000 just because she was going to
Oh,
spend one night. And when they were going to refund us, they did not refund up to 200,000.
wow.
So it is wealth. What Tokpa is saying is real. It is wealth preservation. If you have insurance, it would also save you, because a lot of people are like, they're not feeling fine. And instead of them to see a doctor, they'll be like, I cannot afford it. So they go to the pharmacy and
Mm.
be testing out drugs, testing out medications, buying. I have malaria. What if it is not malaria?
And the kidney is suffering for it.
Yeah, what if it's not malaria? What if it's just
Mm.
a bacterial infection you have? What if
Hmm.
it is something else? What if it's typhoid? A typhoid can give you fever. A bacterial infection can give you fever. So many things can give you fever. And then you just say, because you have a fever, you go and take malaria medication.
Mm.
So we have to be careful when it comes to our health. We need to take it seriously. What Okpa is saying here,
Mm.
very important.
I've
So
shared a whole lot of.
when you have HMO, when you have insurance, you will be up. You will be glad to go and spend that money. Don't let my insurance waste. That's what you come to your mind.
Mm.
My insurance must
Mm.
not waste. I'm going to the hospital to go
So
and
you
use
go
it.
for checkups. So
Mhm.
wealth creation is important, and we discuss it a lot. Wealth management is your budgeting, allocation, sticking to your budget. But if you really want to preserve your money, your wealth, then you need to do insurance. If you want to multiply your money, you need to do investments. And I know that yesterday I was talking more on our real estate offers, but I realized that some people are watching this live, and they can't buy a house in Dubai through me. They can't go and buy a house in London yet. You will, in Jesus' name, because guess what? That's
Amen.
life. It starts little by little. The same,
Amen.
the you that is saving 10,000 today will be the same you that can then drop 10 million for a property, or $10 million for a property somewhere
Mhm.
else. It doesn't. We are If you are consistent with the principles of growth, you will
Mhm.
definitely experience that same growth in your life. But preserving your funds is very, very key, and signing up for cheap health insurance, even if you cannot do the expensive ones. In Lagos, there is Ilera Eco. And I'm speaking particular to Nigerians because we don't prioritize it. In some other countries, it's compulsory. But I was shocked. Olamide, we're in London and we asked. People were not doing insurance. They were not.
And
I
because they have
asked,
NHS,
but it
NHS is
doesn't
free.
cover.
So what NHS does is NHS is free, but the problem is if you have to do a surgery, they can put you on a queue for months, for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. It might not even get to you, But if you have insurance, if you have added insurance, then it helps you to get medical care faster. But people are just used to free things. They're just used to NHS, used to getting the basic. the minimum,
Hmm.
so to say. So, and I think that everybody in this class is not basic. I don't think you're a basic person. So you
Premium
shouldn't
or
act
nothing,
basic.
clock it.
So I'm not basic, and I don't think you should think basic. And I know that is why you are here tonight, to learn from TMO, to learn from our wealth of knowledge, to also because you've seen a curation on Instagram, you've seen what she's been curating on her page, and you see that okay, there's something I admire about this woman, and that is why you follow her, and that is why you are in a class tonight, and you're getting this nuggets for free. Let me tell you something. These things we're talking about, they are in books that you have to pay for
I
to
tell
read.
Lena. How many books, myself?
So they are in books, they are in seminars that you have to pay to go to. They'll be teaching you
Yeah.
index fund, teaching you. I mean, there's so many people on Instagram talking about wealth. I did. If you had invested in this since January, you would have been making this by now. Join our class, and when you click it, they'll tell you to come and pay 40k or 50k or 100k or something. So you're getting it, and this is basically what they will talk about. This is what they will say. We have given you so many tips. So it's your curiosity that would help you dig further after this class. Like she said
And
she
let's
should give you
explore.
assignments at every class. So your curiosity would help you to become a better version of yourself. So after leaving this class, what you're going to ask Google, what you're going to ask ChatGPT is what will help you. Like because you're curious, you want to know more. Because some people will just leave this class and say, "Oh, that was a good class," and they don't want to do anything further. And Toko
Yes,
said something.
curiosity is okay.
Yeah. And Toko said something at the beginning of this class. She said, it's those who do that know. If you know
You
and you don't do, you do
don't
not
know.
know.
You don't
So
know.
it's
I
up
love
to
what you said
you.
about curiosity and you said about AI. So I knew there was AI, but I wasn't really using it. And the lady just showed me, and she just showed me what in her mind, like, oh, let me just show you what I can do. Omo, the moment she showed me like this, pum, I took it all like I dived in.
That's why we need to
I
do it. We
was
need to do a
with,
class on AI and show
I
them
was with.
live
No,
what they
this one
can
I'm
do
letting them
here.
understand the power of curiosity. When you learn, you need to implement.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, we're together in Ogbomoso. Olamide fried one Ashabi stew for me. Her name is Ashabi. She fried her mommy's stew. It's actually not your name. It's mommy, it's grandma's stew. When I finished eating that rice and I was salivating, I say, Olamide, you need to teach me this thing. She explained it to me. I got to Lagos on Thursday and I have video evidence to show. That night, I fried that stew. Because what you know and you don't do is useless. I'm telling you, as little as frying stew, I implemented immediately. I got home, as I was coming home, I was calling mommy, please, I want to eat this fried fish. Let me go to the market, buy me crayfish, buy me pepper and onions. I want to try this thing. And I did it, and I really liked it. And I put it in the group that I got it, that if I try like 4 more times, it will be perfect. What am I saying? Everything was sharing with you today. Don't just listen and look at our face and use your data. I have spent my time, my life, and my time is wealth. It's not money. Oh. My
Mm-hmm.
time is precious. Olamide could be resting at this time. I definitely was sleeping. I literally woke up to join this class. You all need to implement. You need to go and practice. You need to say, okay, I'm going to insure. I'm going to get my HMO. I'm going to get that small, and there are HMOs that are cheap, or I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to do car insurance. Just pick something, or I'll start an investment. I'll start putting 10k every month. This month, Cowrie Wise reminded me that I've had a streak consistently. I need to invest so that my streak continues. I just laughed that, oh yeah, I'm going to do it because usually by first or second is my default, but I shenko this because I had some expenses. But I'm like, I'm going to do it. Why? Because every month I must consistently put this money as investments. You have to invest on a monthly basis because of the power of compound interest. It is
Exactly.
better for you to do 10k per month consistently than say zero. No matter how small, put something aside. That's the core. But
And
Olamide,
then
repeat your assignments.
and then there's one more thing. We
Okay.
mentioned liquidating an account where I took money from because
Yeah.
I needed cash. Now I want to say something. There are some accounts I don't liquidate though.
No matter what.
No matter what, no matter. I can't even liquidate. I've fixed it in such a way that I can't touch it. I can only add to it. I cannot liquidate it. So if you get to a point where you're doing 3 different or 4 different investments, don't allow everything to be liquid. There are some that you need to lock in. You understand? And keep reinvesting. I have those ones that I do.
Yeah.
That I keep locked in. And when it matures, I lock it, I allow it to compound again. I have a standing instruction for it to
They roll it over.
to be rolled over. So please make sure that you don't think that, oh, once I have
Thank
an
you for
investment, I can
reminding.
liquidate it. No, you can't liquidate all of your investments.
No, but your
Because
liquidation was to grab an advantageous opportunity. That's the thing now. Yes.
So I have accounts for that. I have about 3 accounts that I can liquidate at any time. But I also have accounts that I cannot liquidate. Because we need to,
the money does not
let them,
exist. It's not in the. It's not available. No matter the Sapa cannot touch it. Nothing. No emergency can touch it.
Because I don't want us to contradict ourselves, saying that you can compound for so many years, but then thinking about
and then we spend it.
So there's the one that you keep for years that you leave where it is. Let it keep compounding. But there should be one where you know that you can emergency, because when they say emergency funds, it means that you should save money. But don't just save money. If you're saving money that's not productive, it's not good. That's waste of money. So even your emergency funds should be in a productive investment that you can liquidate at any point in time.
100%. Yeah. We God forbid emergency, we shall not see any emergency. The reason we are liquidating is for opportunity. You see that good deal, there's a discount, there is a distress sale, you can then liquidate to grab it. So shall it be. We use faith to cover it. The assignment for today is for you to research index funds. Go to Google, go to index fund calculator.
You can even use AI. Ask AI. If
just use AI.
20k every month, if I start investing 100k every month over the next 20 years at the compound interest of maybe 8% per annum. Today it is 16%, but for you to be conservative, you can just use 8% because sometimes it drops. It drops drastically, and it drops to about 8%. So just say, if I'm saving 100,000 every month at 8% per annum over the next 20 years, how much would I have?
That's your assignment. You heard it from Olamide herself. Calculate and know the answer for yourself. I'm not going to score you. This is adult school. Adult school, there's nobody that's going to beat you for not doing your assignment, but life is beating you. Life is showing you. Life will show you in the next 5 years when you see other people that you were in class with and they are achieving miles ahead of what you could be achieving because you didn't do the work. That being said, I always end the live by reminding people of, if you're struggling to increase your income, I would say that you can join our team of realtors. Yes. So Antonia is our realtor coordinator. She's someone that would put you through. If you want to earn more money, you can sell our real estate products. And from selling that, you earn money, you get commission. That way, because some of you are listening to me and saying, TMO, if you shake me, turn me upside down, shake me again, Naira and Kobo will not drop. But I know that you can start with that 0 point where you are shaking and you are still able to build something substantial. I started my real estate journey by selling. I sold cashew plantation in Ogbomoso. I sold real estate all through 2020, and then I started my business in 2021, and that was the bedrock of our financial freedom journey. And I believe it can also support you. So it doesn't matter what you are doing 9 to 5. You can just sell real estate on the side. And if you want to invest into real estate, Montale. I saw a video of Funke Akindele just a few minutes before taking a nap. And she was like, give me contracts. I want more money. Montale. I was just laughing that. See people. But the lesson is there. If you do a business, you cannot be shy about talking about your business. If there's something bringing you and it's a legitimate business, talk about it, shout on the rooftop. That's all we can take on today's show. Thank you, Olamide. Please let me
Thank you
thank
for
her,
having
thank her, thank her,
me.
thank her. Let me thank her, thank her, thank her, thank her.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for coming in. Amari Ribarawashe, and we'll continue to add value. Honestly, that's the thing.
Amen.
Our
Amen.
goal is to continue to add value one way or the other. So if you are in the WhatsApp group, you will get the checklist. It's like a workbook for you to go through. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, just use the link in my bio, fill the form, they'll get you added into the WhatsApp group. It's a 25 days free value adding class for us all through the month. We're doing it weekdays alone. So tomorrow and next tomorrow, you're not gonna see me. I love you. I'll be here again on Monday. Let me enjoy my weekend and I'll see you on Monday and we'll have a great time. I assure you it will be something that will also spend the next 2 days practicing all the things you have learned. Setibo, I wish you all the best. Keep growing. Thank you, Olamide.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.